Oh wait, I'm taking a video. Okay, here we are, is Nalin.
I'm just packing my own butter chicken flavour.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about the butter chicken.
So by Charwood, they were established in 1889, quite old.
I like that.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I like it's trustworthy.
Yeah.
That's what's good about the butter chicken flavour.
Well, I'm in a tent in France. We're going to do kind of like a drivel thing here, I think. It's really fucking hot outside. We're near Troyes in a town called Le Mans. Also, il y a une farm. There's a farm. We're in the middle of this farm right now. Well, I say we. I'm here. Nalin's gone because he left something in the previous town, so he's gone to get that. And so I'm in this town. The combine harvest is going around all around me. My bottle's just leaked with fresh water, which I was already running out of. But we're going to be able to buy some at the boulangerie, bakery, kind of gone little mini shop. And it's leaked all over my bag, and I'm just kind of pissed off because you know, fresh water is quite hard to come by. But yeah, it's going alright. I've really enjoyed the trip so far. I'm going to go to the bakery in a minute anyway to buy our lunch and dinner for today, because it closes at 12, and then we're going to hitchhike to Troyes hopefully, and if we can't get a hitchhike, which is quite unlikely, we're going to have to walk 30 kilometers in about a day and a half, which is quite long, very long way, but we're strong, we're ready to do it. So yeah, merci beaucoup, au revoir. Hello. So this little video is going to be, this drivel is going to be in not response, but in recollection of my trip to France. Then I went with my best friend Nalin. I'm going to climb Mount Everest with Nico next month. So what we did is that we booked our Eurostar ticket to Paris and then a coach to Troyes, which is this town east of Paris. And then we said that we were going to hitchhike out into the countryside and walk around this route that we had, I would say, pre-planned, but it's more that we knew the area, we knew where the towns were, but we hadn't necessarily created a designated route. In fact, the route that we had designated, we completely shut down 2 days before the trip, which we've been planning for about 4 or 5 months. Just so you understand what we were doing. Anyway, so yeah, we're walking and it's like really hot. With really small French towns. And what I really realised is that, so you're walking for about 3 days, you probably get a new set of water every couple of days. So you know, you're very mindful of how much water you're drinking and be able to understand that if you drink all your water now, you won't have any tomorrow. Which is, I think, a thought that I hadn't had before in terms of it actually meaning something. Obviously, maybe in the past holiday I've thought, okay, well, I need to spare my water a bit because it needs to last all day. But when you don't know where the next source of water is, and you're in the very hot France, it was really I guess educational in terms of how you can, because I'm coming from London and I can get a tap. And in fact, what I find so ridiculous is that when you live in somewhere like London, drinking water is in fact a chore. You know, they say, oh, stay hydrated. It's like, oh, I've got to drink water. And when you really consider the implications that has on your mind and your kind of what you take for granted, it's really unfortunate. And I'm just so I really was really humbled by the trip and realised that in London I literally had everything. In where I'm from, and I'm not even from like a really lovely part of London, and it's just really, I just realised how even within London I'm considered to live in not that nice of a place in terms of opportunities, but compared to the French countryside and being baked and not having enough water and food, you really do realise these things. Also, not knowing where you're going to spend the night, because me and my friend Nalin were homeless on the last night. Nalin and I, we were homeless. We were in this French city called Troyes, and we our coach was at 7 AM in the morning, and we came into the town at about 7 PM the evening before. So we had 12 hours, and we needed to find somewhere to sleep. So we were checking around Troyes. It's baking hot, and we found this car park, and we slept in this car park in this concrete groove. No roll mats, nothing. Literally lying on concrete. there are like hedgehogs walking around, the lights are off in the car park, just a flat concrete, you know, not like a tiered car park. And you really realise how homelessness, it truly is, they really do have nothing to lean on. You know, even when you come home and let's say you sit in your chair, even though you're not lying in a comfy bed and you haven't got the light, your reading light on, and you're reading or you're on your phone. Let's say you've just come home and you're sitting in a chair and your chair's got some padding, maybe an armrest. There isn't a single one of those with access to a homeless person, unless they enter like a building or go into a shop of some kind. And you just really realise how comfort is not guaranteed to everyone, which I had not realised. But yeah, so we also hitchhiked and things, which was amazing. I might post some pictures at the end of this video actually. So we hitchhiked and that was fucking fantastic. Really nice guy called, what was he? Nicolo, great guy. Lamont, yeah, it's feminine. Le monde est petit, he said, which is the world is small. Apparently that's what they say in France. And I quite like that, because I think what he was trying to say is, well, what he was saying successfully due to his language, his French language ability, is that what I'm going to infer from this piece of literature is that it's about how if you help someone, then because it's a small world, it's all very contained and something good will happen to you. And I think that's probably true. I guess it coincides with this idea of karma. And I've got quite interesting theories when it comes to gosh, something cock. My theory, they're not very interesting. My theory that I have, so something that I think probably has some truth in it, is that I'm someone who studies quite a lot of maths and physics, and there's Newton's third law is every force has an equal and opposite force in the other direction, a reaction force. So if you push something, it pushes you back in the other way. So that's why I think that if we have that in terms of physics and what we consider mathematics and kind of kinematics and all those, I mean, it is all self-created. I think, you know, humans made maths, so then all these rules work within our idea of maths. And when you kind of extrapolate that onto like the universe, wherever, that's where I start to say being a little bit more questionable about how true these things really are, because they make sense within our parameters, but our parameters are within our minds. But then I guess you can say that our minds are limitless. So it's all very interesting, you know, these things. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's just this idea that if you do something good, there's always a reaction to that, and I'm not necessarily saying it'll be negative,